Okay, good morning. Greetings from Indonesia. Before we go through to the presentation, let me introduce myself. I'm Astrid Fatimat Madiputri. Just call me Astrid. I'm a candidate for Business Development Executive at Terra AI. So on this presentation, I will share you my ideas about how business development could help your business grow in Indonesia. Okay, so we start with how we could unleash a potential market in Indonesia. In this slide, you can see the Indonesian map, which is very unique because Indonesia is the largest archipelago in the world. And based on the data I took from last year, we have a huge number of productive age, which is more than 192 million people, or it's similar with 72% of the total population. I think this is the first good news for us if we want to run the business in Indonesia because we have many potential worker will help us run the business. And second good news, if we talk about our emerging market, which is UMKM in Indonesia, we have more than 65 million UMKM and it's still counting. It's spread from the east to the west, and we have the largest growth in Java Island as we can see on the map. So we know that we have a huge potential client and resources to help us run the business in Indonesia. Okay, so continue about OMKM itself, how it's going in Indonesia. So in this slide, we can see the nice pyramid shows the OMKM category based on the income and assets. So I think our main target will be the two items on the bottom, which is the micro and small business. And on the right side also we can see how MKM brings a significant impact to our economic. So based on the data I took in 2021, OMKM brings more than 61% impact to our gross domestic product and 60% impact to our investment. Wow, this is very good picture. So in addition to that, our government released the new regulation couple months ago to support our MKM by launching like unconditional cash transfer program for our entrepreneur. So I think this is the third good news for us because we know that our MKM is very supported by our government, so it will grow faster, and I think it will be a strong market for us. Okay, talking deeper about our market today in Indonesia, at least 17 million UMKM have been transformed to the digital in 2021, but nevertheless, there are still gaps of customer satisfaction that I think it's gonna be our opportunity to close the gaps by launching a product innovation. So what's the gap? I think we can see on the next slide. And now here also we have around 48 million MKM that are still not transformed yet to digital, and actually this is our major market. Okay, so now we talk about the 17 million MKM that have been transferred to digital, but still there's a gap of customer satisfaction that we need to understand. So here I take the top three players in Indonesia as our competitors, which are the Kata.ai, Botika, and Futura. Here I use a radar chart because there are some multiple factors I would like to analyze. You can read it in details. And after analyzing and weighing, I got Futura as our biggest competitor. Then I did a SWOT analysis for Futura. So you can read by yourself the details, but at the end of the day, Futura is our biggest competitor. Indonesia has some weakness, which is the needs gaps of customer satisfaction. So what's the gaps? The gaps are the price, which is a bit pricey for us, and second is the software itself. It's unable to solve the complex problem, like it's due to the limitation of NLP, the user language, because most of us is Indonesian, but sometimes we also use English or French or Germany, for instance. That's the things that the software couldn't cover. Also the user way of texting and the limited attention span. So that's become our challenge or opportunity to have such an advanced product that could cover the needs. So maybe later on we can work closely with our developer how to do the product innovation, because I have some ideas in my mind, like to have visual chatbot that can interpret image, or chatbot that sounds human, or chatbot for auto payment, so it's allow users to pay directly over the live chats, for instance. That will be very interesting. Okay, so how about the pricing? Here I made a pricing strategy. Actually, I offer you two options. The first option is to adopt the penetration pricing strategy because we are new in Indonesia, so we should get their attention first. So I think during 1 month of launching period, we could give 1 month free for subscription and consumption based fee for our customer. And second option is to do the pricing based on the performance. So in this model, the customer is charged only for the successful session. For example, if the conversation reached the point where the customer received a thank you page or survey link to ensure that the customer hasn't bounced out the session before completion. Next is the monetization strategy. I listed down here at least 3 ideas. The first is affiliate marketing, so we can do also the chat box together with FB Messenger, for instance, and also by using value adds. But the last model will not generate profit directly, but brand can monetize their chatbot by customizing their existing BaaS model. Okay, continue to the client acquisition. As I told at the beginning, we have an emerging market, which is the UMKM. But beside that, we also have a potential market coming from academics, hospital, banking, corporate industry, and etc. Now, how to attract them? So here, I listed the client's acquisition strategy by using the right channel like Google Ads, social media, or affiliate program. Also to create marketing content, run giveaway, SEO, run a referral program, improve website and email engagements. That's very important. And last but not least, to give a discount to our affiliate. In addition to that, I plan to have a partnership program with this following strategy. The first is the marketing partnership with social media and e-commerce. Second is integration partnership. We can do the agreement with the web developers or other chatbot providers, for instance. And the last is the technology partnership. So we can do this with other enterprise solution like ERP, HRM, marketing, automation. It will add much value to each of the solution as well as the resulted combination of the two. So by doing the right client acquisition and partnership strategy, I think it will increase the sales number. As we can see here, Indonesia chatbot market is projected to grow at 76% next year, and we do hope that Terra AI could take over at least 20% of the market share. So here's the detail of 12-month sales projection. I made it from June this year to May next year. So in the beginning of next year, we can see the significant increment. This is in line with our government program, PBBI, Program Bangga Buatan Indonesia, that will release in February next year, I think. So hopefully it will increase the number of UMKM go digital. And last but not least is about the BD organization. So for me personally, I need at least 3 people in my team. So the first people will focus on the UMKM, the second one will focus on the non-UMKM, and the third one will focus on administrative things like reporting, documentation, or creating the proposal. But all in all, they have the same role and responsibility to identify and develop the new business opportunity, to managing the customer relationship, to execute the strategic sales plan, as well as the partnership plan. So I think their roles and responsibility is aligned with the BD executive roles and responsibility for sure. Okay, so I think that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for having me. Hope it's clear enough. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Have a nice day.